everyone, Andrew here, bringing you another video review. It's been like 2 weeks since I've been on YouTube. Crazy, huh? Yeah, these last 2 weeks have been fairly crazy weeks when it comes down to, well, everything. So before I actually get into my reviews, I'm going to give you guys a reason why I didn't do last week's video and just in general where I've been and what's been happening. A couple of big things have been happening. First and foremost is, I guess the biggest one is last time I was on, I told you guys I got promoted. I got promoted again. The way it works at Enterprise is you're what is called the management trainee for like 12 months. Then you do something called a grill. It's like a test. You become a management assistant, and then you get a pay increase, but you can also throw for assistant manager spots. And then you can become an assistant manager, after that branch manager, so on and so forth, depending on what career path you want to do. I was an MT for 9 months, grilled at 9 months, 3 months earlier than the norm. And then 2 weeks after that, I became an assistant manager. So I'm now an assistant manager at one of the branches, which is awesome. Pay increase, get profit sharing, more responsibility, and I'm moving up through the company. And it's more money is always good, especially with the fact that I don't know, I'm getting married soon. So this was awesome. I was told that I'm getting promoted and all this stuff is going down. And I'm like, nice. And then the place that my fiance and I had set up, we sent in our lease agreements, we signed it, but the landlord never got to signing it herself, and she didn't tell the other person that's currently in there that she was going to have someone else jump in. So the current tenant renewed their lease. So that means even though we did everything right, got in everything on time, we got screwed out of the place. So with like 6 weeks, maybe less, 5 weeks till I get married, we don't have a place to live. But oh, and not to mention, I have to drive. I have to wake up at like 5 in the morning now to get to work to avoid traffic. It's like a half-hour drive. It's not bad. I just go and get breakfast at 6 and all that jazz. But in addition to that, the night before I got promoted, well, the night before I start at my new position, because I started last Tuesday, so like a week ago, my fiance takes me to a Backstreet Boy concert. It was making up for the fact she went to Comic-Con with me. It's a little give and take in life. But we were there till like 12 o'clock, and then I had to get at 5 o'clock, and the next morning I got 5 hours of sleep. It was redonkulous. And I've been working nonstop since. I finally get a day off tomorrow. Anyways, we've been searching crazy, ridiculous, had a lot of ups and downs. We almost went with a few different places, but we finally found a place that we like that we're gonna live in. So it's great. But we're not moving until October 1st, which is during our honeymoon. So it's going to be it's been a crazy few days, and just been overwhelmed with work and wedding stuff, and I apologize I haven't been able to put up any videos, but it's just what happened. All you need to know is last week most of the comics were good, the best being Detective Comic. Sorry about that. So we might as well get into the reviews, people, and then we'll do questions and answers, and we'll get back in the groove of things, shall we? The thing I want to just let you guys know is, though things get crazy and things may change, I'm never going to stop doing reviews. Chances are what's going to happen is I'm going to get my comics on Saturday, and I'll do my reviews on Sunday. Those are probably when I'm going to be putting them out. I didn't do it this Sunday because, again, we were house shopping. It was actually yesterday where we decided on a place. So, but like I said, chances are my reviews are going to change a little when they come out, because I don't get to get my comics during the weekday. I get them on Saturday now because I work all the time. Although tomorrow I can get them early because I can get my comics early if I wanted to, and I have a day off. But no matter what happens, though my schedule may change, I may live in a different place, I may get promoted and all that stuff. Unless something incredibly dire comes up where I can't devote my time to it, like kids or something like that, I'm going to keep on doing reviews. And even when I have kids, I'm going to keep on trying to do reviews. I love you guys. I love the camaraderie, the brotherhood, the family that is the comic book community. I enjoy just interacting with everyone. And even though I get paid, I really haven't got paid in a while. YouTube has a new thing that you have to get paid directly, like a direct bill. I haven't set it up, so I have like 300 something dollars waiting there to be picked up. But I don't care because I do this for fun. So again, although I may be doing things a little differently, time wise, I'm never going to stop reviews. Never going to stop interacting with you guys because that's what I enjoy. So, let us get to the reviews. And let us start where we always start. It's just a little bit of Batman in our life. With Batman issue number 23. 0 Year Part 3, I think. I'm pretty sure. Yes. I got these two covers, the regular and the digital download. The variant is coming in the mail. I'm just gonna buy the variants at what is it called? On eBay because they're cheaper than anywhere else. Basically, in this issue, the Red Hood #1, which we all know is going to eventually become the Joker, has a little confrontation with Bruce. And a lot of what Scott Snyder told us at the panel in Comic Con came out here. Like the things he says, like, Bruce, I was there when your parents died. I was watching from a window, and that act of senseless violence, of randomness, made me don this persona. It's like Little Red Riding Hood inviting the chaos, inviting the wolf. That day was significant to you, but it was significant to me too. Um, some really good dialogue in this, and it really it's more or less Red Hood 1 beating up on Batman, and finally Bruce coming to realize what he needs to do in order to defeat the Red Hood. So really it's just that, it's the self-realization that he has to become the Batman. Next issue is probably going to be the issue where the thing that Scott Snyder showed me is going to show up, the thing that involves purple, and you'll see it when it comes out. But on the whole, great dialogue, great pacing, really good feel. 5 out of 5. I told you that once the year 0 starts going, it gets going, and it was great. Some good Edward Nygma stuff too. But 5 out of 5 for Batman issue number 23. Nightwing issue number 23. So the prankster, who is quickly becoming a great villain. I don't really think he was going to be a good villain beforehand, but he's growing on me, is holding Chicago for ransom, or more or less its mayor, and it's pissing off all the people in Chicago, and it's this overall causing a lot of turmoil and chaos. Everyone's against everyone, and Nightwing is of course caught in between. So we have that going on, but not just that. It looks like Nightwing's going to have to team up with a very unlikely ally. Who will that be? You're just going to have to read and see. Good, bad, whether or not you should get it. Good. The art in this issue was really nice. There's one particular picture that I thought was a really good picture of Nightwing. Let me see. This one right here. Just really, it's a nice picture of Nightwing, and the art on a whole is really good. I do like the prankster continuing to become a great villain for Nightwing and for Chicago on the whole. And the development of Tony Zuko as a character, he's almost a character that, although he's done a horrible thing, there's might be some good to him too. So, really interested on seeing how that character develops. Bad, none. This issue was really great. 5 out of 5 also. Batgirl, issue number 23. Batgirl Wanted, Part 1. Really nice cover, and it probably might give this my the cover of the week. It really is quite cool. I wonder who the artist is that did it. Anyways, with that said, Barbara's just trying to live a normal life, although as much as she tries to live a normal life, more and more images of her brother is coming into her because she thinks she killed her brother. She did. He's alive. He's in Suicide Squad. But spoiler, she is haunted and completely distraught by the fact that she could have killed her brother. And of course, Commissioner Gordon is out on the hunt. And let's just say someone might lose their life at the end of this issue. Someone close to Barbara. Who will it be? Just gonna have to read and see. Good, bad, whether or not you should get it. Good. I really do like the turmoil that Barbara's going through and how she's trying to deal with it and cope with it. I thought the art was very nice. I do like the artist on this. I think they're the same artist that did the last issue too. It looks like it. Uh, really raw emotion, and I think that's something Gail Simone does very well is raw emotion. Bad, the Bat books this week have been all solid. 5 out of 5. Pick it up. And I'm serious, the Bat books have been all solid this week. Wolverine issue number 8. Killable part 1, I think? Is it part 1? I thought part 1 was yesterday. Not yesterday, last month. Uh, yeah, part 1 of 6. Okay. So in this, Wolverine has gone to fight the Black Panther. In Wakanda, is it? If I mispronounce that. Wakanda, yes. Has gone to Wakanda to confront the Black Panther because apparently the microorganisms that are screwing around with Logan's mutant powers are there. Okay, so he and Storm team up to go up against the Black Panther, while Storm goes off and does her own thing to kind of stop the microorganisms from taking over. Yeah, good, bad, whether or not you should get it. Good, I do like the fight between Black Panther and Wolverine and the bickering that goes on in there. The art is, I thought, was handled very well, and there's some really good pictures of Wolverine in here. I'm looking at one right now. Hold on. Really kind of a badass picture of Wolverine just right there. But and the colors flowed pretty well too. And I did like the bickering between Wolverine and Black Panther. Bad, I don't know where this story's going, and I feel as though I'm completely lost at times, and I have to reread things. I don't want to I shouldn't have to reread things. I should want to reread things. If I have to reread things, it annoys me. 3 out of 5. The fight saves this book, but only so much. Moving on, and I feel as though Wolverine's comic lost its way. This isn't the freaking Fantastic Four where we're gonna fight microorganisms and super sci-fi stuff. It's Wolverine. He should be going to fight against secret operatives or Sabretooth or go to Japan and do something there. I don't know. Just saying. Green Lantern Corps, issue number 23. For a comic that I was going to drop, boy, it came back, and that's because I got a raise, people. I got a raise. Green Lantern Corps, issue number 23. So, John Stewart, basically in this, and him and the rookies have to fight for their lives and try to get out of the predicament they're in, basically being held hostage and about to be executed by alien warriors. While this is happening, Fatality, the Star Sapphire, has been captured herself, and she needs all the help she can get to get out of this predicament. Will John Stewart help her, or will she be all alone? Good, bad, whether or not you should get it. Art is really good in this. John Stewart is portrayed very well in this. I do like the synergy between this and the other Green Lantern titles. What I mean synergy is that you can read this and enjoy it for what it is, and not have to read any of the other Green Lantern titles. But if you do read the other Green Lantern titles, it ties in very well. So it does that too. Bad. The only bad I can say is it was a little dialogue heavy at some points, or at least I felt it was at some points, particularly when they were in the mess hall. But besides that, it was a good issue. 4.5 out of 5. Green Lantern Corps finally is starting to get his feet back, and that's because John Stewart is at the helm. Awesome. Threshold, The Haunted, issue number 8, the final issue. What a series. I really like these series. I really like Call. I'm not going to reveal too much of this issue. Let's just say it breaks the fourth wall a bit. It realizes what it is. This one, I don't even want to reveal the scene, but there's one really funny scene where literally the characters look at you and they go, like literally like that. And it ties up all the loose ends, but at the same time, it does things pretty funny. It's sad to see this comic go because it was such a good comic. It was such a fun, different kind of comic too. So yeah, unfortunately, it's getting canceled. I will leave you at this. If you enjoyed the comic for what it was, pick it up. If not, if you never really read it before, don't bother. Pick up the series in trade. but it was definitely a good ride for what it was when it lasted. I can't really give this a necessary rating. I would say it's somewhere along the lines of a 4 out of 5. The only thing that I don't like is what happens to Call at the end, but other than that, good issue. Thor, God of Thunder, God Bombs, conclusion. So let's just say this. Thor, with 2 hammers, beating the shit out of the Butcher and defusing the God Bomb. That's basically it is Thor at his badassery. Um, and all the other Thors helping out with it. Good, bad, whether or not you should get it. Good art, beautiful. Dialogue, great. Wraps everything up beautifully, well done. Handles things very well done, and kind of does a good job at coming to conclusion on how you're going to deal with the fact that these 3 Thors have met up. How do they not remember each other? So on and so forth. Uh, Bad? None, really. Thor is, I say, up there with Captain America as one of the best of the Marvel now. So definitely pick it up. I have been enjoying it. I don't even think they have the Marvel Now title on there anymore. It just says Marvel. No Marvel Now. 5 out of 5. Pick it up. Constantine, issue number 6. Constantine deals with all the people that he's ever let died. Although in this issue, I think he only deals with that one guy that died in the first 2 issues. What's his name? Chris. That was his name. But it's basically just that. It's Constantine in astral projected form facing off against this Chris guy. Well, the Order of the Cold Flame are plotting to take over, and basically, Constantine has to get his body back and take out the Cold Flame before shit gets real. Standard superhero stuff. The struggle. Good. One thing I can say is I do like the dialogue in this. I do like how Constantine's voice is done, and in particular, I do like how he finds a way to get back in his body, and I do also like the characters that are being used in there, from the Cold Flame to what's his name? Papa Midnight. I like all the characters that are utilized in this. Bad. The only thing I could say that is bad is a few sections where there's a lot of inner dialogue, um, and it can get weary on the eye sometimes. But besides that, it was a solid issue. Uh, didn't blow me away. 4.5. I know 4 out of 5. Solid issue. Demon Knights, the final issue. The Battle for the Holy Grail. Good. Everything. Bad. Not enough Vandal Savage. That simple. This was a fantastic series. It's sad to see it go. 5 out of 5. Pick it up. No, in all honesty, it was a fantastic series. It is sad to see it end. But, there's always possibilities for it in the future. Moving on. Sorry, that was a quick review, but it's like a band-aid. You gotta pull it real quick because I'm sad that Demon Knights are no longer around. Moving on to Red Sonja issue number 2, and I got both variants. I don't know which one I like better. I mean, they're both pretty good. The Nikolai Scott one's pretty good, and then this one is Jenny Pearson. Yeah, even though I like the Nikolai Scott one, I think I might like the colored one a little bit better. But both of them are really fantastic. Basically, we it's Red Sonja versus her sister. Well, not her sister, but like her sister of war, and the two of them duke it out, and it comes to a conclusion where Red Sonja, spoiler, loses. But what happens after Red Sonja loses? That's the intriguing thing. It's an all-out war, and although Red Sonja loses, does her team ultimately win, or do they also lose? You're gonna have to read and see. Good, bad, whether or not you should get it. Good. I felt Sonja was a lot more in character in here. The art was fantastic. The dialogue was really good. Didn't feel overly heavy. Gail Simone delivered it very well, and I do like the villain that Gail Simone is using, the Sister of War. I'm just gonna call it that. I completely forget her name. But I do like that. Let me see if I can find her name. Mm, no, no. Oh, Anicia. There we go. Anicia. I think that's how you pronounce it. Anyways, I do like her as a villain. And more importantly, I like that we get to see Sonja as, well, a bit more human. The only problem I ever had with Red Sonja, who is a fantastic combo character, is that she always wins. Gets boring. Even with characters like Batman, I would like to see lose every once in a while. My favorite character, Batman, my favorite Batman story is him losing. It's not that I want to see my heroes lose all the time, just every once in a while it brings them down to earth. It makes threats more believable if they lose. So it's kind of cool to see Sonja lose in this. Uh, so that was pretty good too. And how it concludes, I am so eager for the next issue number 3. This has been the jolt and revitalization that Red Sonja has needed for her comic. If there's any time to jump onto Sonja, it is now, people. Jump on. Get issue number 1 and get issue number 2. Great, great work. 5 out of 5. Okay, on to Suicide Squad, issue number 23. So the Suicide Squad are continuing their mission, basically going up against like superhero dialects, superhero kind of, I don't know how to say, just generic superheroes that have generic powers like super speed or super strength, but going up against them and basically seeing how they hold up against them. I'm really kind of going. I'm trying to remember someone's name. What's his name? Anyways, yeah, I don't remember his name. Anyways, Suicide Squad versus a bunch of superpowered doofuses. And the Suicide Squad, of course, is going to kill him. While this is going on, Jim Gordon's getting a hard on for Amanda Waller. Never in my wildest imagination thought I would ever say that. Jim Gordon. Jim Gordon Jr. Getting a hard on for Amanda Waller. It's probably because Amanda Waller is hot now. But anyways, again, I can't believe I actually said that. Anyways, yeah, and some funny moments with the King Shark, which comes to the good, the bad, and whether or not you should get it. Good. I do like Cheetah being on this team. I think King Shark is really funny, and I thought it was fun, high speed action. Bad. They totally dropped the whole Amanda Waller and Deadshot are gonna die because they took like the revitalization potion serum. Totally dropped that. And I did not like Harley Quinn's pants in this. It just looked weird. On a whole, 3.5 out of 5. Enjoyable, but just that. Superboy, issue number 25. It is Superboy versus Superboy. Well, no, actually, it's not Superboy versus Superboy. It is Superboy versus a old school, um, old school DC villain. And I won't reveal who the old school DC villain is. All I can say is from the neck down, they look badass. From the head up, neck up, they look foolish. But anyways, Superboy needs to figure out exactly who's playing them. Who is screwing around with the school, with the kids, and more importantly, with him. And Crypto too. Crypto's getting screwed around with too. So if you like classic DC villains, you're gonna see one here. Good, bad, whether or not you should get it. Good. I think Justin Jordan has a good voice for Superboy. I did like that this story was a little different from Superboy just raging at the world. He actually had to use detective work, and I do like the revitalization of the old villain. Bad is I felt as though the old villain's headpiece looks a little stupid. Yeah, just looking at it now, it looks weird. Maybe that's just a construct. You're gonna have to read it to see. Let's just say this old villain did have something to do with Infinite Crisis. Yeah, they definitely had something to do with Infinite Crisis. Um, but I can really say that's the only bad thing. This was a solid issue. Originally, I was going to give this 3.5 out of 5. I'm going to give it a 4. Solid issue. Moving on, we're getting close to the end. We got about 4 left. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, issue number 24. Basically, Buffy goes up against what's her name? See, I'm so tired because I've had 3 hours of sleep. The vampire with the vampire slayer that turns into the vampire that has a stupid haircut, whatever her name is. She's going up against her. Well, at the same time they're trying to save Dawn, and at the same time trying to bring magic back to the world. They succeed at two of them. They either stop the vampire, save Dawn, or bring magic back to the world. But two of them they do. One of which they do not. What is it? You're just gonna have to read and see. Good, bad, whether or not you should get it. Good. High action. It feels like Buffy of old. Good utilization of the Buffy universe. And really nice action packedness. I really did like that. And I felt everyone was in character. And at the same time, we're getting magic back in the world, which is important. Bad. I felt as though for taking up 75% of the cover, Spike really doesn't show up in this. Shows up for like a panel or two. 4 out of 5. Solid issue. Really one of the more enjoyable issues from this arc. Moving on to Katana, issue number 7. This is the new origin for Katana, how her husband died, and exactly how she feels about this. And Katana has to team up with her arch nemesis, Sickle. Good, bad, whether or not you should get it. Good, you know what? I actually do enjoy this new origin for Katana. I feel as though it works well for the character, and I feel as though it's a nice revitalization of the character, too. She's not just the same old, my husband died in a burning fucking house with my kids. I'm gonna cry. No, there's some substance to this. It's different, but it makes you beg the question exactly where does Katana's loyalties lie, and exactly who is Katana on the inside. It also makes Katana a little bit more vulnerable and human. You get to see what the tattoo woman's face looks like. Oh, it is screwed up. And boy, shit's about to get real in the next issue. Bad, I enjoyed a lot about Katana in the flashbacks. I still don't feel as though there's a good voice for Katana in present day. Probably because Katana she just doesn't seem very confident of herself in this. I see Katana as a character as a cold-blooded, calculative kind of person, not very emotional. In this, she just comes off as not very confident and very emotional. So, 4 out of 5. World's Finest, issue number 15. Wow, we're on issue 15. Shit. Gotta love that new Power Girl suit. It's Decide versus the World's Finest. Who wins? Who loses? It's basically that. It's the World's Finest versus Decide. Oh my, this art is really good. I forgot how good this art is. Just to give you a little taste. The art is really nice. Actually, the cover art, I think, is the same artist. This is actually a really nice cover, too. Really do like that cover. So yeah, Decide goes up against the World's Finest. I'm just going to call him World's Finest. Power Girl and Huntress takes him on. And boy, does shit get real. Decide is no pushover, and I do like the new 52 version of Decide because it actually makes him no pushover. He goes up against the World's Finest. Power Girl, freaking Supergirl on steroids, and Huntress, the cultivation of Batman and Catwoman's DNA, goes up against them and basically holds his own, if not beats them. Really solid issue. 5 out of 5. Huntress and Power Girl has become gone from to what? Really good. Final issue, Trinity War, part 4 of 6, Justice League of America. Issue number 7. So we got some Lex in here. Apparently Lex is close to getting LexCorp back and getting out of prison. And Pandora shows up, and Pandora basically wants to, have him open up the box. While this is going on, the Superman and his team go after Dr. Psycho, who is apparently working with the Secret Society of Secret Villains, of evil supervillains, working with them. But we find out that he is not the one to blame for Superman going loopy. While this is going on, Wonder Woman is trailing after Pandora, and it is a race against time to get the box. Either Lex Luthor or Wonder Woman gets the box, and something big happens because of it. Good, bad, whether or not you should get it. Good. I did like Lex Luthor in this, and I did like Superman and his team going after Dr. Psycho. Oh, and Adam admits to everything, and they find out that she was the mole. She has too good of a heart, and she can't keep it in her. So that does happen. Uh, Bad, not enough of the team that's in the Justice League Darks hideout. I mean, they're there. They don't do too much. And in addition to that, I felt as though the ending was a little bit predictable. Besides that, good issue, 4 out of 5. As for my picks of the week, time to do the picks of the week, people. You are pick of the week. And again, picks of the week are just based off how much I like them, how fun they are, things along that line. My picks of the week go as follows. Coming in at number 3 is Red Sonja, issue number 2. The series is getting the revitalized booth that it needs to. Red Sonja, pick it up. Coming in at number 2 is Thor, God of Thunder. Boy, the Marvel Now series, this one has really stepped up its game. Who's the writer on this? I should know the writers in Marvel, but I don't. Jason Aaron. Jason Aaron, thank you. You have done a good job. I really do enjoy the story that you gave us, and I look forward to the next one. And finally, no surprise, Batman issue number 23. It's just awesome. It's Scott Snyder, and it's just awesome. Gonna pause for a moment. I have to respond to some text messages, but I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Oh god, my contacts are getting dry. News updates stuff. Oh, I think Innocenti is finally off Catwoman because I saw in the solicits John Layman is jumping on for issue I forget the 0 year crossover. So that's pretty awesome. What else? Game wise, what am I playing? I just bought Pikmin 3. I haven't played it yet. I'm playing Mario and Luigi Dream Team. Loving it. And I'm still trying to beat Sonic 06. I'm just so lazy. I think I might play a load of it tonight. Try to get out of that shit. Nothing else really happened game-wise. I bought the Catwoman Katana 2-pack for the DC collectibles. I'm looking at Katana right now, although she will be packed away soon because I am moving. So that's been going on. I already told you about what's going on in my life. And I don't know if I pointed this out, but I did get the armored Mighty Morphin Power Ranger, Red Ranger, which is pretty cool. Although it's not my favorite Red Ranger, but it definitely is one of the most detailed. But you know what? I do actually. You know what? Look at it now. I do like it a lot. It's really quite cool. Jason, the best Red Ranger, the greatest Red Ranger of them all. Don't try to argue it. It's the truth. He is the best. I'm gonna put you right here. You cutie patootie, you. Anyways. What else is going on? Nothing. Just been working a lot lately. Anyways, let's get into question and answers. Let me pull this bad boy up. I think I will play Sonic tonight. That or Pikmin. Maybe I should treat myself and play some Pikmin. I'm gonna play some Pikmin tonight. Because I earned it. And maybe I'll play some Sonic. I don't know. I have the night is my oyster. I don't have to go to bed at like 10 o'clock to wake up at 5. It's pretty awesome. Pulling up the last video. Well, one of them was Comic Con, but last Comic Club video. First goes to Rio Trek. What are your top 5 Marvel Now comics at the moment, in your opinion? What are the top 5 Marvel Now comics, in my opinion? Number 1, Captain America. Number 2, again, I don't read all the Marvel Now, so I can't give you all of them, but based on what people say, I would tell you this. Captain America and Thor are at the top. I would say in there, due to popularity and just overall what people say, all new X-Men, a lot of people like that. FF, a lot of people like that. And a lot of people like the regular X-Men too, the Storm team. Although a lot of people like the Illuminati Avengers. I forget what they're called. New Avengers, but hey, whatever. How long do you Radio Clash 81? If it's up to me, the ones that I read, out of the ones that I've read, it would be Captain America number 1, Thor number 2, Wolverine number 3, Fantastic Four number 4, and Avengers number 5. Radio Clash 81. How long do you think DC will keep the New 52 logos on its books? It seems like at some point they will phase out and let the title stand on their own. Yeah, eventually. I would say another year or two, maybe. Uh, Dan Sum 80. What New 52 trades do you collect, and do you collect any non-DC trades? Uh, I collect Batman, all the Batman New 52 trades. Just putting Jason back next to Batman and Wonder Woman. What a freaking team would that be? Jason the Red Ranger, Batman, and Wonder Woman. Be awesome. I pick up all the Batman trades, as in Batman Detective, Batman Robin, Batman the Dark Knight, and Batman Inc. I pick up Wonder Woman and Justice League as the trades. Non DC trades, the only ones I pick up now are the G.I. Joe trades, which I need to get back into reading. I just have been so busy. Dino990913. Who do you want to play Batman and Batman versus Superman? I have no opinion, and I don't care. As long as it's a good actor and as long as they do well, that's all that matters to me. But I really don't care. Get a young guy. Not too young. 30s. I don't want it to be Dark Knight Returns Batman. Dino9990911. Are you gonna get Robin for Arkham Origins? What do you mean Robin? In the game? If he's here, yeah. If he's a figure, yeah, why not? So yes, no matter what. Batman Beyond for the win. Are you a fan of the TV series Comic Book Man? I don't watch it. I hear it's okay, but I don't watch it, unfortunately. Just don't have a lot of it. Nick Lenz. Lester. No, it's not Lester. It's Nick Lenz. I'm sorry. See how out of it I am? Nick. Hey, Andrew. 3 questions for you. First, if there were a Cyborg solo ongoing title, would you who would you have write the title and do the art? Second, if Ray Palmer was the Justice League scientific advisor, what if Ray Palmer was the Justice League scientific advisor? Third, did you enjoy the Outsider story arc, Wanted, where they teamed up with John Walsh? Sorry. First, a Cyborg solo should be written by either two sets of things. It should either be written by Jeff Johns, which is kind of a cop-out answer, or George Perez, Marv Wolfman. Artist, George Perez, Jim Lee. Well, I'm now just picking my favorites. To be honest, I think Dan Jurgens would be a good choice. Or Dan Jurgens, George Perez, or Tony Daniel. Second, what if Ray Palmer was the scientific advisor for the Justice League? Yeah, that could work out. Why not? Third, did you enjoy the Outside Story arc Wanted where they teamed up with John Walsh? Yeah, it was actually a pretty good story. I thought it was going to be some kind of gimmick, but it was also pretty good. Batman Beyond for the win. If you had to go gay for one character in comics, who would it be and why? Dick Grayson. Because it's fucking Dick Grayson. I'm a very straight guy who's very comfortable with his sexuality, and I'd go gay for Dick Grayson because he'd be a gentle lover. Moving on, Bent Black Gypsy. Hey Andrew, how's it going? I want that to be the reason he'd be a gentle lover. Hey, how it's going? I have a couple questions. One, are there any good Martian Manhunter stories? Yes. Trial by Fire. Which is the Justice League one? Was it Trial by Fire? No, that wasn't it. Any of Grant Morrison's Justice League, but there was one where the one where he went kind of loopy and attacked everyone. That was a fun story too. Two, Your personal top 5 best looking women in the DC. Best looking? Guess it depends on the artist. Hmm. My personal top 5. Who are the women, female characters that I feel as though is tantalizing in the loins for a female in DC? Well, Catwoman's definitely up there. Bloody hell, Catwoman is just sex symbol, period. Um, I want to say Wonder Woman, but that'd be too easy of an answer. We're going by best looking. Yeah, then Wonder Woman. Next would be I've always enjoyed Supergirl. Uh, Babs, Barbara Gordon, in and out of the wheelchair as Oracle or Batgirl. Uh, in Cheshire. I don't know what it is about Cheshire, but Cheshire is just fucking dangerously hot. Although Harley Quinn is getting up there, so I kind of gave more answers, but I should have then. But hey, there you go. Puppy Killer 97. God, that name is still hard to swallow. Andrew, who would you like to be in the Injustice League game in the second Justice League movie? Okay. Who would you like to be in the Injustice League game in the second Justice League movie? Mine would be Lex Luthor, the Joker, Black Manta, Cheetah, and Captain Boomerang. I also would like. I also would you like to be the Justice League? Uh, also, would you who like to be the Justice League movie? I would like to see the Justice League from the cartoon. Oh, okay. Finally, are you getting Pikmin 3? I did get Pikmin 3. Who would I like to see in the Justice League movie? The Core 7. Now. Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, Hal Jordan, Flash, Barry Allen, Aquaman, Cyborg. That's who I would like to see in the Justice League movie. But the first question, Andrew, who would you like to be in the Injustice League in the second Justice League movie? Oh, in the Injustice League. For some reason, I was thinking of Injustice Gods Among Us. The Injustice League should consist of, well, let's compare and contrast. A villain for Batman. Let's do Bane. A villain for Superman. You got to do Luthor. A villain for Wonder Woman. Cersei. Uh, Villain for Aquaman would be Black Manta. Green Lantern do Mongol. Flash do Reverse Flash. Cyborg, let's go with either Despero or Brother Blood or finally Dr. Light. Any of those would be a good pick. And Puppy Killer, sorry for the second comment. Don't be sorry. What do you think of the pre-New 52 universe is a parallel world for the New 52? And what do you think about Earth 3 comics? No, I don't think it's a parallel to the New 52. Pre-New 52 universe is gone. As for Earth 3 comic, about an Earth 3 comic, we're getting the characters from Earth 3 and Forever Evil, so you don't necessarily need them in comic. Felipe19991. Hey Andrew, I got the feeling that Talia has been a better mother figure to Jason and uh Red Hood comic than Damien in New 52. In New 52, there is any Lord of Chaos or Order, any Lord of Order or Chaos on Prime Earth, and what do you think? There, what do you think where and when Doctor Fate could appear in the New 52? For your first thing, yes, I think she's been a better mother to Jason because she's just been using Damien against her father. As for Doctor Fate, he showed up in Earth 2, so pick up Earth 2, and that's where he is. Lester, let's see how many comments you have. One, okay. Hey, Andrew, thanks for not hating me for all the questions. One thing is that you skipped my second part of my question comment regarding Batwoman sexual orientation, and is this. I like to see if Alan Scott's case, the treatment of sexual orientation would be the same. I'm just up until issue number 7 of Earth 2 because it would be a double standard if they go all the way with Batwoman and not Green Lantern. P.S. I do like the way both characters are being portrayed. Uh, I don't understand what you're trying to say with your question. Go all the way with Green Lantern, Batwoman, but not Green Lantern. You mean have Green Lantern get married? I don't think every gay character in comics needs to be hooked up with another character. You can, if this is what you're asking, Batwoman can be that character that is gay that has um, a relationship or a significant other or a spouse or a wife. Where Green Lantern doesn't have to be that. I almost rather have Green Lantern not be in a relationship because I think it suits his character more. I think he hasn't gotten over the death of his lover, but I hope that's what you're asking. What exactly are you asking? It's been like 3 weeks since you asked your question. Not gonna lie. Sorry, Lester. Joshua Hayes. First, I have to apologize. I wrote the letter W, T, and F last week, acronym, without even thinking about the F word being read out loud. I truly hope no one was offended, and you are right that everyone has the right to their own opinion, even those that like Dark Knight 22. My question for the week: if Roots Tim knocked on your door and told you that Warner Brothers greenlit one final 12 episode season of Batman the series, what characters or stories would you like to see them tackle? Black Mask should be in there. They should do a story dealing with the death of Robin. Oh, they can't do that. They did the Batman Beyond Return of the Joker. Give some resolution to some of the characters like Catwoman. What happened to her? Where did she go? Um, Resolution to what happened to Nightwing. I know he shows up in the comics, but what happened to him in the thing? Oh, and more importantly, I would love them to explore what really went on with Bruce and Barbara. So that's definitely something I want to do. You don't have to apologize for saying fuck. I don't say fuck that much, but at least not online. But it's okay. We're all big boys here. Fallout 3 Freak 1. Hey, yo, Andrew. Michael here, bringing you another question. If you could create another Lantern Corps, what emotional power would its members have, and which color would you choose? Nice greetings from Germany. Greetings from my chair. Um, let's do something interesting. Let's do cowardness. Yeah, cowardness. Literally, self-preservation, cowardness, running away. Uh, have their power be not only them being compelled to avoid fighting, but them to have powerful healing powers and escape artistry power. No, I'm dead serious. Have them be so well equipped at avoiding combat that that's their powers. And the color be. Can you do purple? Purple is kind of the Indigo tribe. Kind of. Can't do. No. What would be the. Can't do that either. Can't do that. Can't do that. The Gray Lanterns. Kind of boring, but hey, why not? George Jones, if you could draft any character from the Marvel Universe to the DC Universe and vice versa, who would they be? I started reading Superman recently, and I would say the death and return of Superman is essential. I would read the death and return of Superman. I don't. Yeah, they're kind of essential, just to understand the character, and it's a fun story. As for who I would draft to DC and vice versa, I would send over the Joker to the Marvel Universe because the Marvel Universe has no compulsion to actually kill. They have no problem with killing. So I could see like Psylocke or Wolverine or Thor killing the Joker. But I would like to see the Joker just go to the Marvel Universe and just screw it up. Be like, yeah, you guys had Thanos and Magneto and Doctor Doom, but guess who's in town and guess who's going to make things worse for you? And then I'd probably bring Spider-Man over to the DC universe because it'd be interesting to see him over there and interact with everyone. Eric Simmons, I have a couple questions. What are your favorite Iron Man story arcs? I don't know. I don't read Iron Man. I don't really have Iron Man story arcs. I'm sorry. What are your favorite Captain America story arcs? Good question. I do like the one going on right now, but I don't know if it's my favorite. I don't have a favorite Captain America one. I know that's kind of a cop out, but I don't. Um, I need to read more of Marvel before I can answer those questions. Do you think DC could use more powerful psychics like Marvel? What villain month title are you most excited for? As for the psychic stuff, I'm just gonna have some applesauce. As for the psychic stuff, they have one of the most powerful psychics in all of comics. They have Martian Manhunter. So I wouldn't worry about the psychic stuff. Do you think that it could use it more? No, because psychics are overused. And it's too much of a generic power at this point. My favorite villain month title I'm looking forward to the most, Darkseid. I want to know where he is and what he's done since he got beat up in the first first 6 issues of Justice League. Savage Savant 21. I have a few questions. One, have you read Hellblazer? It was the original John Constantine comic, but DC unfortunately canceled it for the watered down New 52 version of the character. By the way, it's Constantine, Constantine, not Constantine. Sorry. Oh, that's good. No, I haven't read Hellblazer. I heard good things, but I have not read it. Two, regarding where to start with Conan, you could either read the original comics or read Black and White Savage Sword or a Conan comic. The current Dark Horse series isn't true to the source material. I'm sure you would like Conan since you like John Carter Moss. I'm tempted to get into Conan. I might read the original stuff and get it in trade. It's not like Red Sonja where it's an easier jump on point. Conan comics can be expensive, so I might just do it in trade. I do want to get the Dark Horse stuff, but I'm not too worried about it. Savage Salvant also 21. Also, one more question. Almost also asked. There we go. One more question. What's your opinion on Silver Age Superman? I think the way writers like Grant Morrison and Alan Moore portray the character, basically in a Silver Age manner, is the definitive interpretation of the character. Yes, he's extremely powerful when written that way. However, it isn't a trait of the character. Isn't that a trait of the character? Shouldn't Superman have no limits and basically be super at everything? I feel like Moore and Morrison wrote the character more like a fable and a myth than a superhero. I'd agree with you. I think the definitive thing for me with the Silver Age Superman isn't necessarily tied to his powers, but rather than Superman as tied as an individual in character traits. When I think of Superman, I think of, and this is one thing that I can say that I'm torn in the New 52. I do like the fact that they kind of have a little bit more of a brasher Superman that has a little bit more color to him in personality, but at the same time, I feel as though Superman is the good guy in everything. He's the ultimate good. Always smiles, always helps out taking kittens from the tree, He's the ultimate virgin of good and would never swear, always help out ladies crossing the road. No task is too small for Superman, kind of thing. And that's what the Silver Age was. And fantastic stories and situations for Superman to go up against. I do feel as though conceptually they had a great grasp of Superman, especially Grant Morrison had a good grasp of Superman. Execution wise, it's debatable on whether or not you would say they're as good as other people, but definitely conceptually they do a fantastic job with the character. I think All Star Superman is the best portrayal of who Superman is as a character. Story wise, it may not be the best Superman story. I do like its portrayal of Superman, though. Okay, Omar, 13Z. Hey, Andrew, thanks for answering my Earth 2 question. I have another question, mostly based on your opinion. I'm sure you're aware Jeff Johns signed to be part of Green Lantern 2 writing team, so I was wondering, what great comic book writers do you think would work best on a live action film? And which great writers wouldn't do so well? I think that's a good question. I don't think Grant Morrison would do too well. I think Grant Morrison's too caught up in the story than the characters. That's a good question. Um, that is a good question. Not sure. I think this is going to be kind of out there, but I think Keith Giffens would do a good job at doing a movie because he just is such a well-rounded writer. Dan Jurgens also. So I'm going to go with them. Also, do you think all the team up books and side books focusing on the Justice League characters will make it problematic for continuity? No, I don't think so. Comic books are always like that, trying to figure out what goes where and how it goes there. That's the thing. They'll find a way to make it fit. Oh, Katana was set before she joined Justice League. Or this Catwoman story was set after this Justice League story. Stuff like that. Last question is from Akuman Makota Z. Hey Andrew, I know you're a big Batman fan. I also assume that you've read The Killing Joke. Yes, I have. I just watched a video where Grant Morrison says Batman actually killed the Joker at the end. I have never read it, but I saw the panels and he was talking about. He said that Batman chokes the Joker and laughs, uh, and chokes the Joker and the laughing stops, indicating Batman ended the Joker. The killing joke, if you will. Do you agree with this? Hope you have a nice day. This is why I don't agree with it. Killing Joke is in continuity. Joker is still alive. Batman didn't kill the Joker. Have a nice day. Uh, but yeah, that's the reason why. So those are all the questions for now. If you have any questions or anything, just post them down below. I'll answer them. And I will end this video here. I gotta go relax and chill and play some Pigment 3. I gotta get my contacts out of my car too. Not my contacts, my glasses. Did I get them out of my car? I don't know. I'll figure it out. Same as you say, peace out for now.